What is this series about? It's all about showing real-world demos of how Firebolt integrates nicely with your existing tech stack.
And in this demo, I will show you how you can run a low latency workload on an Iceberg table managed by Databricks.
Today, I will be showing how you can deliver the data from S3 bucket in the Parquet format into Firebolt.
dbt essentially is a data transformation tool that stands at the T side of ELT paradigm.
Be sure to follow us here so you don't miss our next episode in the series. Until next time, keep building and stay curious. Alright, looks like we are live. Okay, here we go. Hey everyone, I'm Jonathan and I lead ecosystem product marketing here at Firebolt. If you've been following along with these live streams that we've been doing these past few days or so now, you know this series is all about showing real-world demos of how Firebolt integrates with modern tools across the data and AI ecosystem. So far, we've streamed demos with Estuary for building fast data pipelines, dbt for powerful transformation workflows, Apache Iceberg for querying open table formats with sub-second speed. If you've missed those, no worries. I'll drop a link in the comments below so you can catch the replays on whatever platform you are streaming from, whether it's LinkedIn or YouTube. Today, we are shifting gears a little bit into the world of AI. We're diving into how Firebolt works with LangChain, the popular framework for building applications powered by large language models. Whether you're building chatbots, natural language search interfaces, or AI-powered analytics, one thing becomes obvious fast. You need a data warehouse that's as fast as your model. And that's where Firebolt comes in. Our sub-second engine lets you serve queries and context-aware responses without compromising on latency or cost. And today's demo will show you exactly how it all comes together. Before we begin, let us know in the chat where you're joining from and what you're excited to see, and we'll do our best to answer questions live. With that, let me bring back Stepan, our ecosystem tech lead from the Estuary demo. Stepan's been deep in the weeds on this integration, and he can't wait to show you what Firebolt can do with AI. Stepan, take it away.
Okay, nice to be back. Yeah, so this one is actually the most exciting one for me. I believe that the thing that I'm going to show here is it's the tool that can allow you to use Firebolt or any data set that's stored in Firebolt without even knowing SQL or knowing what data is stored inside. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, what we'll be using here is a LangChain. LangChain basically is a toolbox for your LLM models. It allows you to connect different tools to your LLM and execute different tasks with it. For the purpose of this demo, I'll be using the OpenAI ChatGPT model, but you are free to use any model that you like. You can use the Gemini, you can use the Claude, you can use whatever model you like. So we'll start this off with a simple Jupyter notebook. Here we'll start with just importing some necessary packages here and setting up environment variables. As you can see, we're just setting the default Firebolt credentials we are using in every demo pretty much. And we are also using the OpenAI API key here, since we are using the OpenAI ChatGPT model. Also, as a database engine, we will be using the Firebolt SQL Alchemy connection. Here we are creating the connection URL based on the parameters that we fetched from the environment. We just execute it once again. We will also need to set up some Python objects that are required for this whole thing to work. So the first one will be the LLM itself. So here is a chat OpenAI object. The database is we created from the connection URL for the SQL Alchemy. So it's a database object. And then we create an agent, which is basically just an LLM that's enhanced with our Firebolt database. And let's just run this one. It can take a couple of seconds to set this stuff up, to validate the OpenAI key. Yeah, but it works. And that's pretty much it. That's everything you actually need to start asking LLM questions about your data in Firebolt. So the first thing that we want to see is, what do we actually have in the database? So Darlene, you've already described the data set that we have, but let's actually see what tables are there, what data is there. So let's start with a simple prompt. Analyze the data set. What tables do I have in that data set? Let's just run this one. It will take a couple of seconds. It will log out all the operations it does, all the SQL it executes, all the information it fetches from different sources. As you can see, it just fetched a bunch of information from different tables, the table definitions, as you can see here, and it will take it. Yeah, so pretty much here's the answer. So just like that, without understanding like how to use Firebolt, how to run SQL, what is the database schema, you can already see the description of the data that you have. As you can see, we have 5 different tables with different columns, all types described, everything is here. Pretty fast, and I think it's pretty easy. Let's also ask a different question. What is the size of that data that's stored? Let's just run it. We'll see pretty much the similar output. It will analyze the table definitions, but all that is done automatically without you even understanding what all this stuff means. And as we can see, it does a bunch of SQL queries just to figure out the size of those tables. And boom, here it is. So we have a size of each table described just like that. As you can see, we have a pretty large data set here. We have over 6 billion records in the user visits, and also a lot of more data in other tables. So let's move on to something more interesting. Let's see if we can actually get some insights of the data that is stored. So let's start with something simple. Let's see what are the top countries that generate the most revenue. Let's run this one. So pretty much similar output. And here you will see, starting with this question, it will actually generate some meaningful SQL that it will run under the hood to do the analytics. So here, as you can see, we'll just select the country code and sum up the whole ad revenue in the user visits table and just order by the total ad revenue. It totally makes sense for the person who knows the SQL, but for someone who doesn't know SQL, it might be really hard to compose this SQL. But with the use of LLM, it's really easy. And as we can see, just like that, we have all the information that we need. We have the ranking on the top revenue for each country. Let's ask something different. Let's maybe figure out which browser is the most used one in all the website visits. So here is the SQL query that it executes. Okay, so we can see that actually the most visited browser is the Mozilla one. We can refine this prompts even more to get just a browser name or something more accurate, more precise here. But it's as simple as just changing the prompt here. Let's ask something even more complicated. Let's see which countries generate the most traffic with above average revenue but below average duration. This is something that, in my opinion, is not as easy to convert to SQL, since you need to understand first what is the above average, what is below average means. But I don't think it's a problem for LLM. Yeah, so it just does generate a meaningful SQL here. And in a couple of seconds, I think we will just see the output here. So yeah, as we see, these are the countries that are generating the larger revenue with a low duration of the visit. It's really nice to understand those metrics. Like if you just have an idea and you want to check something, you can just ask an LLM and you will quickly understand, like have a general understanding of the data that you have. It will just do all the dirty and boring work for you, and you will just get the interesting insight of your data. Yeah, so that's it.
Thank you, Stepan. Really cool to see how Firebolt and LangChain work so well together to build fast, intelligent AI native applications, such as the chatbot that you just saw. And thanks to all of you for joining today's live stream. If you're working on anything that touches AI, LLMs, or just need fast queries from your app or interface, Firebolt is built for this. And best of all, you can try it for free. Just head over to go.firebolt.io, and we'll leave a link to that in the comments or on an end card after this video. But to start your Firebolt workspace with no credit card needed, just head over there. And don't forget to check out the previous demos in the series, and we're going to go link to those, the estuary one, the DBT, and the iceberg episodes in the comments below, so that way you can go back and check those out. And follow the Firebolt LinkedIn page or the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on our next live stream. More integrations and AI workflows are coming soon. Until then, keep building and stay curious. What is this series about? It's all about showing real-world demos of how Firebolt integrates nicely with your existing tech stack.
And in this demo, I will show you how you can run a low latency workload on an iceberg table managed by Databricks.
Today, I will be showing how you can deliver the data from S3 bucket in the Parquet format into Firebolt.
DBT essentially is a data transformation tool that stands at the T side of ELT paradigm.
Be sure to follow us here so you don't miss our next episode in the series. Until next time, keep building and stay curious.